The hardest part of being a stay at home dad was never taking care of my children. It was waking up without a paycheck and wondering whether that meant I was failing as a man. That fear has followed me for years. I had to drop out of school, I lost jobs, and the longer I remained outside the traditional workforce, the more I wondered whether the market will still accept me. Are my skills still useful? Could I support my family if I suddenly had to return to work? Have I been away for too long? And to be clear, I have made money during this season. I have taken odd jobs and found different ways to bring something in. But because it was not consistent and because it was nowhere near what my wife earned, I treated it as though it barely counted. Instead of appreciating what I contributed, I compared it. And every time my contribution looked smaller beside hers, I used that difference as evidence that I was not doing enough. That helped me realize the struggle was deeper than income. I was using money to decide whether I still measured up as a man. Society did not exactly help. We constantly hear that a man is supposed to bring home the money. That is how he provides. That is how he proves his value. And for a while, the content I watched online made that insecurity worse. I kept feeding the algorithm my fears, and it kept feeding me videos that made me feel less like a man. Work harder, make more money. A real man provides. A real man should not depend on his wife. After hearing enough of that, I started judging my entire life by one question: how much money did I bring in? And when the answer did not feel impressive enough, I treated everything else I did as though it meant nothing. But that was not true. My wife provides the primary income for our household. That matters, and I will never take that away from her. But I manage our budget. I build the financial plan around what comes in. I track what has to go out, what needs attention, what can wait, and how we can keep the household moving without falling into chaos. I also help manage our property. When humidity became a problem, I had to research it, buy the right equipment, and learn how to control it throughout the house. When our electricity bill needed attention, I learned how to manage our HVAC system more efficiently. I mow the lawn. I handle repairs and household problems. I manage routines, meals, school concerns, and the daily needs of our children. I care for a daughter with complex medical needs while also trying to make sure my son never feels invisible beside those needs. I do a lot. But because none of it came with a direct deposit, I convinced myself it did not count as provision. Then this week, 1 Corinthians 12 helped me see what I had been doing to myself. Paul was talking about the body of Christ, so I do not want to pretend the passage was written specifically about marriage. But the principle hit me personally. One body has many parts. The eye does not do the work of the hand. The hand does not do the work of the foot. And one part cannot decide another part has no value simply because their functions look different. That made me think about my wife and me. We are one family. We are not supposed to compete to see who can provide in the exact same way. We are supposed to lean on each other's strengths. My wife's strength in earning income does not make my contribution unnecessary, and my work at home does not diminish what she provides. She helps bring the resources into our household. I help build structure around those resources so our family can use them wisely. We are performing different functions for the same body. I had been looking at the hand and asking why it was not the eye. then using the difference as proof that the hand had no value. That is what I had to unlearn. A paycheck is an important form of provision. Money matters. I still want to earn more. I still want to grow this channel into income. And I still want confidence that I could re enter the workforce if life required it. But I cannot keep insulting the work I already do simply because it does not arrive with a pay stub. The hardest part of being a stay-at-home dad was not the work. It was learning to respect the work when I could not compare it to a salary. A man can provide money, but he can also provide planning, care, protection, wisdom, sacrifice, structure, and stability. And sometimes a strong marriage is not two people performing the same role. Sometimes it is two people who stop comparing their contributions and start trusting the strengths God placed in each of them. My wife and I are not competing. We are different parts helping the same family stand.